Hello everybody, it's Dave Forehead. How's it going? And apologies for the slow upload speed. I've just had a busy couple of weeks, and I'll try and work on that. I'll try and do maybe two videos ish in a week, but we'll see how it goes. Anyway, you'll remember from the last episode ages ago that we were playing with Jakey here, known as Plant Pot on the Smurf, and this is just a continuation of what we did on the same night. I'll record it in one go. There was too much of it in the same video, so I didn't rush it. I put it in two. And you see here anyway straight away into the first clip. I got a shot off and goal, but it's saved quite comfortably. And then I managed to go for a bit of a reverse aerial back pass thing, and Jakey just balls it at the last second, but he comes around for the second shot and smashes that in top of the goal. You remember I said Jakey's around the champion ranks, and he honestly thought that both of them would go for that, or at least one of them would, and that's why he left so quickly. But yeah, he had so much time. He came back around and scored, so that was handy enough. And yeah, that's a disappointing one from my point of view. But you see, it gets worse now as Jakey goes for his famous ceiling shots, which he's been practicing, and I get caught out by his miss, and that's 1-1 already. So a game we should really be winning. We're now struggling just to stay in the game, as I have to pull off that save there, which I'm pretty happy with. And then I try and make a clean tip, but really just get a mediocre touch on the ball. Thankfully, Jakey's there to cover it up, and we managed to. I managed to completely bamboozle them actually, as I played that a lot slower than I needed to, and make it 2-1. So we're now back on the winning side, on the right side of the scoreboard, and things surely can only go up from here. We see anyway, Jakey goes for a touch. A whole minute later, actually, Jakey goes for a double touch. It doesn't quite work out for him, and we break the code of twos there, which is basically not have two people in the same corner, as we get completely punished for that. It's kind of my fault, to be honest, for going for that ball. I was too eager, too excited. So that makes it 2-1, and we go straight into overtime now. As I just play it safe. I don't do any fancy kickoffs. They never work out for me, and especially in overtime, you don't want to be the reason to lose. Never mind, just concede a goal. So anyway, Jakey gets done there, but thankfully we just get away with it. A knife flick it, but not very far, and then Jakey gets a nice touch on it to keep the move going. And as I go up for it, Jakey comes across me anyway and scores that, and that makes it 3-2. And we do get the win quite quickly in overtime, and a bit of a stressful way to finish a game, but nice to get the win nonetheless. And we move on, as it comes up there, for a fact that we have won. Team Dominus back again with a nice win. Jakey does well to celebrate. He's too cool to celebrate. I don't care. I get a crate. I'm going to celebrate every day of the week, and I get a division up, so that's always nice. And now I get into the second game of the video, and another solid kickoff for me, but unfortunately goes straight to them. He completely messes up. They'll leave an open goal for me. I get bumped, which completely throws me off. And then, of course, my shooting boots, my shooting wheels, or whatever you call them, or Rocket League, are definitely not on as I missed that. And then I missed this one again, which is actually a great pass from Jakey. And I missed for a third time. I can claim it's a pass. I promise you it's not a pass. And, yeah, pretty poor opening 20 seconds of the game there from me, as we see I just cannot find the back of the net. And then again here, it's a decent pass. That time the keeper was up. I did at least hit that on target, but their keeper was up, so that was saved. And they get an attack now, and it'd be really disappointing if we could see it. Thankfully we don't. Where I was thinking there, after the amount of opportunities that we had, or I had definitely, it would have been a real shame to concede. We don't anyway, and we're still in this, and Jakey goes for a touch there, but it doesn't quite work out. Now one of them's run away with the ball. I cut that off as soon as I can, and then go for a bit of an unorthodox block off the wall, but it doesn't really work out. And then Jakey's there, thankfully, to cover, and we move on with a full minute played now, no goal scored. You think I have an open goal here, easy stuff, but of course I really just am not in form, and I can't make anything happen there. Jakey's now back, and he'll control the ball. He's going to take it to our own corner, which is brave stuff. And he's going to take it up the wall and flick it off as far as he can. And it works out well, actually, as one of them gets the touch, but it comes out safely enough for them to make it clear. I get back though, I keep my position, and I try to play it against the wall, but that just really doesn't work, and then I get them out, and Jakey goes flying off to Narnia, and that is the first goal of the game gone their way. It felt a little hard done by. I felt we had the more clear cut opportunities, but when when Jakey's people need him, they need him, and he was gone, and so that really didn't help with me being demoed. Basically gave them an open goal, and that is 1-0 to the blue team anyway. So with only 15-20 seconds after that, anyway, we get a ball going. We get an attack going up the wall, and Jakey almost getting off his own double touch, and then it's a brilliant save from him, and I can't really get it on target from my angle. I just try to give them a hard clear, or like a difficult clear to make. Jakey then goes up for that and misses, and then I try to recover by hitting it into one corner, and I missed that too, so you can tell we're having a stormer of a game when that happens. But anyway, a whole minute later, and Jakey's come up for that aerial, and he's gone for a double touch, and it nearly works out, and I try and get around this ball, but it's too awkward, and I panic a little bit, and they get a clear. Jakey then does well to contest that ball, and that is soaring towards our goal, but thankfully, or luckily for them, they get a good touch, and then I knock it. I thought there's going to be one of them rushing me, there wasn't. They went for boost, so there's no one there as I flick it in, and we finally get the goal to make it 1-0 with 37 seconds left, and I tell you, there was a couple of sighs of relief at that point, because things were looking like we weren't gonna get the goal. But anyway, I went to overtime now, 40 seconds into overtime, and Jake makes a nice flick over one of them, and then managed to get a touch off the backboard, which I managed to finally put home. I finally find the back of the net in this game, and that is 2-1, and that is the big win to us. It's not the most convincing finish. There's the scoreboard if you're interested. It's not the most convincing finish, but I'm delighted with it. It's the match winner, and that is another win for me and Jakey, and good way basically to win after. It always feels good after an overtime win, but a bit stressful nonetheless. That's 2 overtime games we've had now, and you see here straight into the next game, and I am on fire with the wall hits as I fly past that one, and Jakey gets completely bumped out the way, absolutely bullied there, and that makes it 1-0 to them. So it's just like the last game now. We've gone 1-0 down really when we shouldn't have, but yeah, not much we can do there. You'll see in the chat as this game goes on, there's a bit of salt going on, but hopefully it's nothing major as we play on now with not much later, and they got the second goal. So that's really not a good start for us. As you just see, he flicks it over me quite nicely, and then there's not a lot Jake can do as he's getting bullied once again, and then he double jumps rather than flips, and it's yeah, it's 2-0. And again, with Jakey being on the Smurf, you kind of feel like, oh, we shouldn't lose these. Maybe this is me being at a rank too high, but for my own good. But you see now anyway, we make up for it a bit here. We're 2-0 down, but definitely not out as I make that block into the wall, and they go for some kind of aerial play there. So no, I don't want to call it smurfing straight away, but that is it's a high level play anyway. And that save, however, was not particularly high level, so I managed to put that right into the corner, and my shooting tyres are back on. As that is a very nice shot. I'm really proud of this one. Put it exactly where I can't get it. You see there, he had most of the goal covered actually, so I was delighted to get it right in the bottom corner to make it 2-1, and we're well back in this game now. Momentum definitely swinging in our favour. You see here, they knock it up the wall, but not very far, and then Jakey gets one touch, and he gets the second touch, and he nearly flicks it over one. He actually does flick it over one, and then the second, and that is some fantastic play from him, and then I just about get there to squeeze it in on the fire post. You see here, flicks over one, and then sadly the replay cuts out, but that was still great play from Jakey nonetheless. As we get a minute left in the game, and Jakey fires that on target, and they're not back in time. So now with just a minute left, we take the lead for the first time in this game, and I would say arguably deservedly. I know you only see the highlights, so it's hard to judge, but I promise you, I'd say it was a deserved win, or lead at least that we had at that point. And then Jakey takes it over one areas, and you think here, I've loads of time, I don't bother competing, not yet, and then yeah, that really should not have happened. But anyway, we're gonna move on, but we're going to have to move on and keep our head up, and hopefully take it to overtime. You see, I had loads of boost. I don't really know what I was thinking. It was just bad play. But anyway, we do get it and do make it to overtime. They get a really nice pinch, and I just about get back, and I kind of make up for what happened earlier. But it's still, yeah, keep it 3-3 anyway. And we see there, I go for a clear, which gets blocked down immediately. So that's not great play by me. It falls out to Jakey anyway, who knocks it up that wall. And one of them really struggles to actually get any kind of touch on it, and then Jakey hits it and it just squeezes in under the post. I don't really know how. We were looking at this thinking there's something wrong with this map if that goes in, never mind the walls and everything else. If that goes in off the crossbar, that yeah, but we'll take it. I'll take as much luck as we can get, and that makes game 4-3, and we win that one in the end. Team Dominus still going strong. And once again, I'll be the only one to celebrate, but that doesn't bother me in the slightest. So thank you very much for watching, guys. And hopefully I'll be uploading a little bit more than I've been, but either way, it's always great, nice to see people watching it, people enjoying what I'm making. So thank you as always, and goodbye.